Damn, 1 minute is cold and the next minute is hot. I'm all ready for the cold, and now it's back to being hot again. Shit. Anyway, man, I wanted to talk about why some men won't make it. I mean, from the looks of it, you know, some men don't got that passion. You know, they ain't got that drive to compete with other men, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I guess they think that women ain't worth it or some shit like that. I guess they think that still under the weather, man. When you get older, man, the allergy colds and stuff, they hang on to you longer. I remember when I was younger, in my 20s, I was able to shake an allergy cold like it was nothing. Now that shit, now that shit lasts for a couple of weeks. Okay, back to what I was saying. Some men ain't got the passion or the will or the drive. You know, they don't think that passing on their genes is worth it. They like, man, fuck all that. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to better myself. I don't want to compete. I said, okay, there's consequences for that. Women gonna pick over you. You know, they're gonna be calling you broke and dusty for the rest of your life. You see, it's easier to lie down and not fight. You feel me? God damn. We definitely getting some fun today, man. I gotta keep on attacking this shit with vitamin C, bro. And soup. I need vitamin C, I need soup today. Like I said, man, a lot of motherfuckers, they ain't got the passion, man, you know what I'm saying? And you can't teach that to them. Their parents gotta teach that to them from birth. You feel what I'm saying? In this world, it's competitive to lay your seed, bro. Don't forget that. It ain't just competitive, it's highly competitive to lay your seed out here, man. Because every man is trying to leave a legacy behind. Every man is trying to have children, not every man, but a lot of men are trying to have children to take care of them in their old age. You feel what I'm saying? You know, so a lot of men are not driven and competitive because of how they came up, man. I blame, like I said, man, I'm gonna say it time and time again. I don't care what nobody say. You know,
Wait.
I blame it on your parents, man. Your parents taught you wrong. If you came up with the spirit of not competing, you know, your parents taught you wrong, man. Your parents supposed to be teaching you how to compete at an early age. You see what I'm saying? The moment you're able to walk and talk, your parents gotta be teaching you how to compete. You know, but a lot of men didn't grow up that way, so a lot of guys won't make it, man. A lot of guys won't survive. You feel me? You know, they ain't gonna be able to have children, and they're never gonna be able to get married, man. And you know, we always talk about how marriage is bad for men anyway. But they won't even have the option to get married. At least you got the option to, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you talk about celebrities, they got the option to get married or not get married, you know? For some men, they don't have no choice but to stay unmarried. You know, you feel me? Because no female's gonna marry them. You know what I'm saying? Or the other way around. You know, the female won't let you marry them. They won't find a woman. First, you got to find a woman first and then marry her, you know? But it's not going to be an easy climb for anybody to compete, man. Competing means that you got to enroll in school, you know, get good grades, get a degree, go to college, make really good money. That's competing. Or you can compete through sports, you know, becoming a professional athlete, you know. You know, you feel me? Like, you can compete that way. You know, going to Hollywood. I always talk about Hollywood, how motherfuckers can become an actor and make that money that way. You know what I'm saying? So there's all kinds of ways to compete. But a lot of guys, I'm sorry, are lazy. They don't want to go out and do that shit, bro. So I'm like, okay, well, you know what, bro? Since a lot of you guys don't want to compete, you know, since you don't want to compete, let's say this. Don't complain. Don't cry and complain if, you know, the females that you like do not like you back. Don't complain when, you feel me? Like, you know, don't complain that the females are not feeling you, you know? You know. But sometimes, what's up with it, high priest? Hey, you're not making enough money. You feel what I'm saying? If you went to school, you got a degree, you know, you're not making enough money for females to come to you, man. Once you're part of the 20%, you don't have to worry about a female, bro. That means you're not making enough. Well, I make 100 grand a year. That's not enough. Well, I make 200 grand. That's not enough. I make 300 grand a year. That's not enough. You got to be making 3 million a year. You got to be making 4 million a year, 5 million a year, bro. You hear what I'm saying? It's different because it's more highly competitive. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's different because it's highly competitive now. It's way more competitive. That's how different it is, bro. You know, and when you being a doomer, that ain't doing shit, bro, but making things worse. I'm telling you. The doomers are the ones that are done for. They finished, bro. They ain't gonna never see a family. They're never gonna have a daughter or a son. Done for. It's over with, bro. Cause I keep on looking at these doomers and they channels and shit like that. I'm like, these motherfuckers, they're not trying to get out there and build wealth. Build wealth, my friend. Just like Bruce Lee said, be water. Adapt to any situation, bro. You feel me? You know, be water, my friend. Be water. Meaning that I can adapt to any situation you put me in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys, they ain't trying to adapt, bro. You feel me? They're not trying to get out here and compete with other men. That's what's making them like sink down to the bottom of the ocean, man. Is that the willingness to compete mean that you gotta get off your ass and become a go-getter and get this motherfucking bag. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta get off your lazy ass and bust your ass, man. This is for your genetic legacy, bro. It's not just you who's suffering. It's your children too. You ain't thinking about your future children. I am. You feel what I'm saying? I wake up thinking about my son or daughter every single day. How I'm out here hustling to make a better life for them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, ain't that important, man? That should be important to you. That should mean a lot to you, man. What's up with it? How much? 96. I'm good, man.
Digo, hiciste nada, cuidado. Apenas ganaron ya último minuto. Último minuto.
I don't care about what you say, man. I'm gonna fight for mine, bro. My kid gonna have all kinds of shit, bro. I'll make sure my kid got a better life. That's why I'm prepping right now. But some motherfuckers, they don't see that as important. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, your legacy is on the line here. You got to give it all you got, man. And then you got to do the best that you can. So a lot of motherfuckers ain't doing the best that they can. Hashtag he succeed. They're not doing the best that they can do. What's up with it? What's up with Dorian Johnson? What's up with it, Captain Commander? I'm fight for mine, man, every single day. Because I see it as important. You feel me? I see it as important. I gotta make this. I gotta make this thing work. Or I'll be stuck here trapped forever, and I'll never have a newborn son or a newborn daughter. That's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. Having a brand new daughter or son. You know what I'm saying? You know. Filming. Yeah, it's an energy drink, man. It's Rockstar. I need it, man. I need some energy, man. I can't drink coffee, so I gotta drink energy drinks. You know. Like I said, man, niggas don't know, man. It's all about passing on your seed, man, and procreation. I'll be damned if I let another man beat me to the punch. You feel me? You gotta compete against other men. That's what it's all about. Competing. That means in the arena, bro. In the arena. You know, you gotta fight against other men, bro. Ain't no time to be scared, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I know energy is bad for me, but I work out, man. I know the energy drinks are bad. I know. You know, but I work out. You know, I'm about to work out today after I get done flying the sun. You know. It's all about competing in this world, bro. If you don't compete, you's a done deal, man. You're finished out here, man. Your genetics end with you. I'm telling you, this other man, they got that killer instinct inside of them, man. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? They out here competing, trying to make more money, always trying to get over on the next man, get money and power, get in the bag. There are men out here that's actually getting the bag in real life. I've seen them out here, bro. They out here hungry, bro. They out here driving Lexus coupes, BMWs, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, McLarens. They out here serious with theirs, bro. You feel what I'm saying? They out here, they serious with their shit though, bro. You feel me? Niggas are competing on every single level in every single way, bro. And they shutting you out of the game. A lot of niggas who ain't got their shit together, they shutting you out. And they breeding you out, bro. They said, fuck you, motherfucker. You don't deserve to procreate. I'm taking this pussy. This is mine. You feel what I'm saying? And he's like, no. You're like, no. No. No, please. No. Don't take it away from me. The other guy's like, no, it's mine, nigga. Give me this shit. It's like Debo coming around snatching niggas' chains and shit, bro. Motherfucker roll up on that beach cruiser, bro. That shit is squeaking and shit. What you got on my 40, nigga? That's how society is towards you, bro. That's how other men are out here. They're out here competing, bro, on every single level, on every single way. You gotta learn how to compete with other men, bro. You can't sit here and just die off like this, bro. They got that doomer mentality because it's easier to be a doomer. It's easy to lay down and just rot. That's the easy way, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you gotta compete, get money, and be a go-getter, bro. Like, I don't know how to make a guy a go-getter overnight, but you guys, man, I wish I knew how to make a dude a go-getter overnight, an ambitious dude overnight. I don't know how to do that, man. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys got to understand that we out here, we're competing to lay our seed down, bro, to procreate. And that's why in the future you will see me as a rich man. Guarantee that. On the grind every single day, man. You feel me? I will be that nigga in the background, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I will be getting my money up. Just like that. Just like that. You know, and then I'm going to sit back and it's going to be years from now. Not even years from now. I could say like next year or something. Yeah, I could sit back and be like, God damn, what happened to them dudes that used to follow me on YouTube, man? What are they doing right now? You know, are they still in the same situation? Because I'm not. I escaped that situation, man, because I had the will and the determination and the power to do so. You feel me? You know. You feel me? So you gotta understand something, man. You ain't gonna never ever get out of this situation if you just laying down not doing nothing, man. It's like, what do you do every single day? Do you hustle or do you just chill and relax? You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys are running around with their heads chopped off, basically, man. Don't know what to do. Running around with a chicken with his head cut off. Don't know what to do. He didn't succeed. Same thing, bro. The guy, he just lost it throughout the years, man. But think about it. 8 years went by, and I go by his channel, and I see that he dropped those videos about 8 years ago. What has changed within the last 8 years? Nothing. He's still overweight. You know what I'm saying? He still ain't got no money. In that 8-year period, bro, he could have changed everything about himself. You know what I'm saying? He could have changed, he could have changed his situation in that 8-year period. But he decided to what? Do what? Play video games, smoke weed, drink hella alcohol, get drunk all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was doing the same thing over and over again. And he sit back, he complains about it. But I'm like, you're not doing nothing about your situation. So why are you out here complaining about it? And telling other motherfuckers that it's over and shit. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, it ain't never began for you, man. You know what I'm saying? You talking about it's over, blah, blah. It ain't never began. Bruh, he used to see you've been sub 5 your whole entire life. It ain't never began for you. I can see like at one point you had success with women and now it's over with. Yeah, I can say that. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't never began. What's up with the Sean Breezy? You know. Nah, it's like you gotta get out there and you gotta become something, bro, in order to like have a easier life with women. You know what I'm saying? And so you can procreate easy too. You get the bag, you be able to lay your seed down with no problem. If I had the bag right now, I'd be having babies left and right. Well, not me, but I'll be having my girlfriend pump out babies left and right. She'll be young and everything. You know what I'm saying? I'll be busting nuts inside of coochie left and right, just because I want children. Especially being as old as I am. You feel me? In this day and age, at this time, in this era, I want to have children to take care of me in my old age. Now, I still got time. That's why I'm always worried about the future right now. I'm like, what am I going to do when I get older, man? I can't move around. I got to have children. I'm sorry, man. Once I get the bag, I'm going to be busting nuts inside of coochie left and right. I'm going to be like, oh, I'm not pulling out. Oh. I got the bag. Oh. You know. That's how I'm gonna do it, man. Cause you can. Shit. Why not? Why pull out when you got the money, man? You know what I'm saying? So, man, a lot of guys gotta understand they are doomed if they don't get the money, man. So the thing is, you gotta set out on a mission, and then you gotta be committed to your mission, like throughout the years, you know. And then you gotta stay committed. You can't quit. You know, you can't have no quit in you. And then you gotta cross the finish line, get the bag, and then you'll have a better life with females, and you'll have a better life, period. Matter of fact, you'll have an easier life. You know what I'm saying? Busting grapes inside the cooch. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Burp. Busting grapes inside the cooch. You feel what I'm saying? Just gotta do it, man. Gotta have children and stuff, man. What you gonna do? Like when you get old, man, eventually you're gonna get old, man. It's gonna happen. Getting old is inevitable, man. You can't escape that shit. So all you can do is just prep. I spend the years prepping for my old age. That's what I do. Why do you think I haven't changed at all? But look how the same I'm staying. I've been talking about prepping for old age for like years, okay? I have stayed the same person. I haven't like quit my goal. I haven't swayed away from the goal. I haven't had any like negative thoughts in my head. And I think that's due to being single and not having a girlfriend to like, persuade me or make me take a different direction in life and shit like that. You see, I'm single for a reason because I like staying who I am, and I like being a go-getter. I don't like being dusty and broke. And, I don't want to go for a 9-to-5 job. Fuck a 9-to-5 job. It's not going to lead me to riches. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, he never had a girl. That's what I'm saying. It never began for him, bro. So how can it be over? You feel what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, you guys got to start taking a look into the future and get your mind off right now. It's like when I enroll in school, what that mean? I'm looking forward to the future. I got my eyes on the future. You feel what I'm saying? When I'm going out to Hollywood trying to become an actor, what does that mean? I got my eyes on the future. You feel what I'm saying? When I'm chasing jackpots, right? When I'm chasing jackpots, what that mean? I got my eyes on the future. You feel what I'm saying? So it's anything. You got your eyes on the future. You're not thinking about it right now. And you ain't lazy with it either, man. You keep going until you fucking crack. You know what I'm saying? Stop getting lazy. Stop being lazy. That's what's causing all the pain and suffering that you're going through is because you're lazy, bro. A lot of black pill motherfuckers are lazy, bro. And then they blame it on other people. Like, don't complain, okay? If you ain't doing nothing about your situation, don't complain. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the crying and stuff, bro. Because you're not even trying to change. You're not even trying to get out there and get the money. You know what I'm saying? And you're crying about everything. Instead of getting out here and gotta, handle it. You gotta handle that motherfucking shit, bro. That means you gotta get the bag at all costs, man. I always say that, you know what I'm saying? Get the bag at all costs. A lot of cats don't understand that, man. They gotta understand that your genetic legacy is on the line. I mean, do it for your unborn child that's gonna be born in the future. You know what I'm saying? Do it for your child, man. Do it for your children. Better yourself for your children, bro. It's more than just you that's suffering, bro, behind this shit. It's gonna be your children too. Or your unborn child. Your unborn child ain't gonna be able to live, man. Give somebody a chance to live, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you out here, you having a hard time procreating, better yourself and give somebody else a chance to live, man. Because you're leaving. We're leaving. We're 30, 40, 50 years old. We're leaving this earth. Give somebody a chance to live life for 80 years. Think more than about yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Because our niggas are selfish. You know, they don't want to think about, you know, their children. They're thinking about themselves. Oh, I'm gonna sit here and play video games and drink beer and do nothing for the next like 8, 12 years. That's you just thinking about yourself, bro. That's another thing. Selfishness. A lot of niggas don't want to get out and get bread because they're selfish. Because when you get out there and get bread, you're getting bread for your children, your wife, your girlfriend, all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, and some dudes won't make it, bro. Like, we could talk that shit all you want to, you know. But some men aren't gonna like be able to procreate and reproduce, man. You know, a lot of men won't be able to replicate themselves. You know, because they're lazy, bro. I was watching, like I said, man, I was watching this one video. The Legion of Men, that guy, I don't know if you know the Legion of Men, that guy, right? He was looking at another video on this channel, and he uploaded a video, and there was one guy, he was talking about how like he regret like wasting time in his 20s and shit, and he named the video How I Became a Loser, and that shit, he made good money off that fucking goddamn video. It got hella views, and the thing he was saying, I mean, I didn't catch all of it because I didn't look up the video myself, but he was showing bits and pieces of it on how a motherfucker became a loser, you know. So he said that I did nothing throughout the years. I sat, I drank, I smoked weed, I played video games, and that was it. And now he's waking up saying, like at 35 years old, he's like, you know what, man? I regret not doing productive shit or whatever, or not being productive throughout the years, you know. Now he's living in regret. Like he said, man, it's not too late though. I think he's talking about enrolling in school and shit like that. His head start, you know, rolling in the right direction. You feel what I'm saying? And he was saying that, hey, it's not too late or whatever, but it's just like he was saying when you trying to get the bag, you know, he said do it at a very early age, early as possible, he said, because then you have time to achieve it. You get, you know, I mean, I'm not saying, you know, that's what he was saying. He was saying that he's not saying that it's too late for a 35 or 45-year-old dude. He was saying that you got more time to pursue it and get it in your 20s versus trying to get it in your 30s and 40s. Because I told you, some cats, they didn't wake up and start, you know, chasing the money until they get to be 45, 50, and they just make a huge turnaround. And then before you know it, they barely getting up out their Lamborghini because they started on their goal hella late. Like, bro, you started chasing the bag at 50, and now you got the bag at 60. You're gonna have a hard time getting up out that Lamborghini, man. You're gonna be putting your hands on the ground. You're gonna be like, oh, my ankle, oh, my knee. I pulled a muscle, man. Getting up out that Lambo. Cause that Lambo is low to the ground. It's gonna be hard getting out of that motherfucker as an old man. Don't wake up like years later chasing your dream, bro. That's what he was saying. And the thing is, you ain't gonna have a whole lot of time to enjoy it. Look at Kevin Samuels, bro. He started taking off in his 50s, bro. And then when the money started coming in, he was trying to live like a rock star, like he was in his 20s and shit. You feel what I'm saying? That reminds me, yeah, it is Rockstar is bad. But Kevin Samuels, he was drinking a bunch of Red Bulls every single day. But I only drink like one Rockstar, so I don't drink a bunch of Red Bulls. That's gonna fuck up my shit. Well, I don't like drink obsessively like that. But what I'm trying to say is Kevin Samuels didn't start becoming successful until his 50s. So he's basically unsuccessful until he got to be 50 something years old. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait and then turn around, you know, years later around 50 and then start chasing the bag. You feel what I'm saying? Don't wait. Do it now while you're young, because eventually you're going to have to chase the bag at one point in your life. Might as well do it now. You feel me? You might as well do it now, bro. While you're still young and you got the energy. Especially if you're in your 30s, bro. Bro, that's 10 years younger than me. You 35, man, you still got time. Just start becoming a school addict, bro. Just go to school, start learning, and get a pen and paper and pencil and books. You know, get that shit going, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, do all that shit, bro. You know, stop all the bullshit. You know, stop all the laziness, man, and not caring about your future and shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers, they don't care. They don't have the, you know, they don't have it. They don't have that drive and the care. You know, they don't care about it. That's the reason why they failing, man. That's the reason why they behind. My thing is just start changing shit, bro. The way you've been doing shit, just start changing it. You're even working for your grandkids. Exactly. You know, Sean Breezy, you know, hell yeah, bro. My thing is my kids, man. That's what I'm working for. So my kids can be born. I'm gonna be at the hospital. You feel me? With some vodka and a cigar. Because I worked hard for this life. It's time to celebrate. My kid coming into the world. I got my mind off of right now, man. I got my mind off of right now. The future is where it's at. That's how motherfuckers become rich, man. That's how all like celebrities and everybody else that you see on TV, that's how they became rich. They went on a journey to the bag, man. Like every day was a step toward the bag. I mean, I suggest you start reading some of these celebrities, some of their stories and stuff. They got to a point where only they believed. Nobody else believed in them, man. No, nobody believed in them. Only believed. You know what I'm saying? Like some people never change. Like that 60-year-old dude that stays around here in his car, he ain't gonna never change, bro. You know? It's been over for him. But he did have a kid, though. He does have a kid. But he'll never be rich, though. He'll never be successful. Because he don't got that drive and the spirit behind it. So you got to have the drive and the spirit and the willpower. That comes from within. You feel what I'm saying? Self-motivated. Everything else. You know, like Bruce Lee said, man, I don't believe in styles anymore. I don't believe in... He said, I'm just going to get out here and fight. That's it. I don't believe in styles. Be water, my friend. Be water. That means in any situation you put me in, I can adapt and come out on top. You know what I'm saying? You gotta fight for it, man. Every day is a test, man. You feel me? Every day is a test. Every day you gotta prove yourself worthy. You know? I always wanted to have children, man. I always wanted to see how my kids gonna come out and look like. I want my kids to look like me, man. My kids they gotta look like me. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Because if you don't, I'm afraid you're gonna be watching the parade go by. Shit. Ain't nothing worse than watching the parade go by. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be hot today. You know, you wanna live life good, bro? You gotta start sacrificing that TV you be watching. You gotta sacrifice that. You gotta sacrifice them video games you addicted to. You gotta sacrifice that. You gotta sacrifice going to the bowling alley every single Friday or Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Whatever sports you be playing, you know, basketball and stuff like that. Well, basketball is exercise, so you could do that. Basketball is exercise, believe it or not. Running up and down the court. But you gotta sacrifice some things, man. Some motherfucker feel like going to school is gonna make them die or something. Like, nah, it's gonna make you better. You be in class learning, filling your head full of knowledge. You gotta develop the skill to learn, man. Because that's all you have, really, is your mind. If you ain't got the looks, you can't afford to get bad grades in school, you know, and you sub 5. I remember I was watching this incel video, and I said this before. This one guy, he was getting made fun of because of his weight, and he was sub 5 too. He was overweight, sub 5, and some guy said out loud, he was like, "Man, look at this fat pork. He probably ate the whole entire McDonald's ice cream machine." Everybody started laughing, and the teacher was like, "Quiet down. Stop fat shaming people." or body shaming. Stop body shaming people. And then the other incel said, "Don't worry about the name calling." He said it to the fat incel. He said, "Don't worry about the name calling. They might get the girls, but we get the grades." You feel what I'm saying? So your reality is that you can't fail at whatever you do. You have to succeed at everything that you do. That's the reality for a lot of men. Ain't no room for failure if you're sub 5 or if you're average looking. Life has taught me that I cannot fail. If I do, I will suffer for the rest of my life. That's what life has taught me. That's what being homeless and nobody coming to my rescue has taught me, is that you cannot fail or suffer the consequences. You know what I'm saying? Get rich. Get rich. That's what you gotta do. That's what the bag is about. Getting rich, man. You know. You gotta get rich. And the way to do that, you gotta stay on the grind for years at a time. But it's all good. It's all good. You feel me? you gotta do, nigga. That's what you gotta do. Get rich or die trying. And getting rich is gonna make life a lot easier. Life is hell without money. You gotta want it badly, man. You guys, some of you guys don't want it badly enough. That's the reason why a lot of niggas won't make it, bro. Throughout time, you'll have a wall, bro. Like Will Smith said, throughout time, you'll have a wall. As long as you build that wall brick by brick, you'll have a wall eventually. Remember, success is a slow climb, bro. You know, day by day. It's a slow walk, a slow climb to the top. You know what I'm saying? Success is like walking from here to Miami, bro. Like, you gotta walk. Yeah, in a couple of years you'll be there. It will take you a couple of years to get to Miami. Walking. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta dedicate some years, man. Stop like getting up on the couch playing video games. I bet that's what Heathen Secede was doing. You know what I'm saying? Putting on all kinds of pounds. Eating a bunch of junk food. You know they're gonna tease you if you get overweight, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like a guy who knows that if I get fat, I'm gonna get teased. So I'm gonna go ahead and just fuck up everything in the refrigerator. Okay? And then he cries about getting teased because he doesn't have no self-control or no discipline to exercise and eat the right foods. You know, you're gonna get teased if you get overweight. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. Don't do stuff that's gonna get you teased. You know what I'm saying? Or get you made fun of. You know? The kids are gonna tease you if you get fat. So exercise. Get off your lazy ass, man. Your mind that this time won't last forever, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna, you feel me? Like it ain't gonna last forever. It ain't gonna last forever. A bad time that you in right now, as long as you on the grind and you going towards your mission, it won't last forever. That's how I look at it. As long as I keep playing my numbers and doing what I gotta do, this little time that I'm going through right now, it ain't gonna last forever. Eventually, I'm gonna leave YouTube. You hear what I'm saying? For good. And I ain't coming back. You feel me? You know. Once I hit my second jackpot, sometime in the future, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that, bro. Fuck here staying a lifetime, man. I'm not gonna stay here a lifetime. You'll be struggling in the dating market for the rest of your life. That's how you gotta look at it. You're not out here trying to get this bag. You know what I'm saying? You'll be struggling until the day that you die, man. Yeah, a lot of parents, look. Some people say don't blame your parents and shit like that, right? But your parents are the first teachers, though. So who else to blame? Your parents brought you here. Who else to blame? You know what I'm saying? Your parents brought you into this world. Okay? It's not your fault that you're here. So while we're here, we gotta chase this bag. You feel me? While we're here, we gotta chase this bag into the end, man. So we can have better lives in the future. You feel me? So a lot of guys won't make it. What I mean by they won't make it, they won't be able to have children. Somebody to take care of them in their old age. It's gonna be a lonely old age for a lot of guys. Now you can turn this shit around and do stuff that's gonna brighten your future up, man. I say, if you're not into school, start pursuing Hollywood, become an actor, become a comedian like Kevin Hart did. Pursue show business, man. Pursue show business. If you ain't into show business, you know, pursue a career in school. Go to school, bro. Start becoming a good person and start doing your homework and shit, man. Start going to school, start learning. You know what I'm saying? Get up in the classroom, look around, and then if you need help with something, you know, get a tutor or some shit like that, man. You know, and go back to the drawing board again. Humble yourself. Because it's hard out here when you don't have a career and you don't have a plan to become rich, to get the bag or whatever. It's hard out here. And that's why there's so many millionaires that are men out here because, you know, because some men got it when they was younger. They were like, man, nobody's gonna come to my rescue when I'm older. I might as well get this bag right now, you know, while I'm young. You feel me? So some motherfuckers gotta understand that something that you out here doing, right? You gotta understand that society don't give a fuck about men, so men have to look after themselves and making sure they're making enough money to survive in this highly competitive dating market. You feel what I'm saying? Discipline, focus. Like tonight, we're not having any beer, no drink or nothing. I had me a beer last night. Matter of fact, I had 2. Or did I have 3? I think I had 3 beers. I ain't having no beer tonight though. You know, we learning some discipline out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I won't have no beer for the next 2 days. You feel me? So we gotta learn some discipline. That's the only way that's gonna help you get you out of your situation. It's like you a fat kid and you see some ice cream. Hey, I had some ice cream for the first time in like a year. Oh, man. Speaking of ice cream, last night, that ice cream sandwich was good, nigga. Man. Oh, I haven't had no ice cream in so long, guys. I'm sorry. I had to indulge. But anyway, it's like a fat kid with a bunch of ice cream sitting in front of him. He gotta have the discipline to not eat it. Even though it's sitting in front of you. You gotta say, nope, I pass. Give me a salad or a sandwich or something. You know what I'm saying? With wheat bread, with lettuce and spinach, tomatoes, pickles and onions. You know what I'm saying? With some type of nutrients in that motherfucker. The spinach, really. You know, a spinach sandwich or something. Let me exercise. Let me turn over a new leaf. Let me change my ways so I won't stay here for the rest of my life. Now, change is hard because the older you get, the harder it gets to change. But luckily, Kelcat got martial arts experience. So it was kind of easier it was kind of easy to transition into a fucking ambitious motherfucker when you got martial arts training background. You know what I'm saying? So it was easy for me to say, you know what? I'm chasing this bag. I don't give a fuck about what anybody says. I'm going after this bag. It's been years already. I don't care. I keep going. Because I am a soldier. I am a fucking soldier, bro. I'm a martial artist. I have been taught discipline throughout my life. Discipline through my training. You know what I'm saying? And my focus. And shit like that. So that's what's gonna pull me through. A lot of guys ain't got that, man. They ain't got no martial arts background like me. You know what I'm saying? They don't got that. Their parents didn't think it was cool to put them in martial arts. Like, man, you better put your kids in martial arts, especially if you got the only boy. Let's say I only had one boy, and the rest of them were girls. I gotta put them in martial arts because, you know, the kids are gonna bully him. He don't got no brothers to come to his rescue. I gotta, you know, get my kid into martial arts at a young age. You know what I'm saying? And commit yourself, man. It's like committing to, like, how you gonna commit yourself? Let me ask you a question. How you gonna commit yourself to something? And if you had a kid, you think you'll be able to commit yourself to, like, raising your kid for the next 18 years? Or I say 20. Fuck 18. Normally they leave out of the house around 20 years old. Okay, I say the next 20 years, can you commit yourself to raising your son or daughter? You know what I'm saying? For the next 20 years, can you commit yourself to doing that? Or are you gonna quit when the going get tough? You know what I'm saying? You gonna quit when your kid becomes a problem kid or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have no quit inside you, bro. That's the difference between a lot of niggas, man. That's what separates me from the average cat, is that I don't have no quit in me, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna separate you from the average motherfucker. The motherfucker like short bald guy, he's an average guy, bro. He's not gonna make it. He already in one week of the gym talking about, ooh, discipline is exhausting. I said, I see why these niggas is losing. They got a problem with discipline. Don't have a problem with discipline, man. Stay right there, bro. Like fucking, like when you trying to hit the splits and you stretching and martial arts, stay right there until you get down to the ground, bro. You know, a lot of motherfuckers, they can't take it. They gotta get out of that position. I'm trying to hit the splits. It's hard hitting these splits, man. It's hard hitting these splits. It's so hard. It's so hard hitting these splits. Like, man, you gotta stay there, man. Hold it. You know, stretch them legs out. Cause you ain't gonna have no fast kicks if you got, like, if you don't got no flexibility, man. Discipline. Focus. Mind control. You feel me? Anyway, I just got here, bro. You know. Yeah, you gotta be making good money. You don't have to be rich to have kids. Exactly, Sean Breezy. You know, you don't need to be rich to have kids, but you're gonna need rich to be rich. You know, I mean, you're gonna need some money. You know, some real money, like 100K, depending on where you at. Like out here, you need 300 grand to raise like 2 children. You need to be making 300 grand a year. Out here in California, everything still got them expenses. But man, you gotta get with these motherfuckers, bro. You know, get with these other men, man. Compete against these other men. Compete against Chad, Tyrone. Compete against whoever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Be the smart of the smartest, man. You can't afford to be weak and fragile and dumb at the same time, man. You know what I'm saying? Something gotta give. If you ain't got looks, you got smarts. You're educated. You know, you're highly intelligent. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you can't afford to be sub 5 and be unintelligent at the same time. It's just not gonna work. Or you can't be average in the body than average in the mind too, man. Nah, you gotta make that brain grow, man. You gotta make that brain grow by feeding it knowledge. That's what you need to do. Other than that, you a dead man. I gotta go. You guys have a good day. I gotta find my son. I'm out. How much debt do I got? Probably about 30K. Probably, yeah, about 30,000. I mean, that's not bad. You feel me? I can pay that off once I hit the bag, man. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta go. You guys have a good day. I'm out.